Hi, and you're Joe at JP Wargaming, and welcome to another episode of Get Painted. During this episode, we're going to look at a variety of units. They're on my painting table from the last episode, and those units were Vanguard Veteran Squad and Hara Shen, Master Apothecary of the Salamanders chapter. Unfortunately, that latter model is not going to be viewed in this episode due to couldn't get it finished because I need to order a new backpack for the Apothecary model, and so I'll be able to have a more clean and more crisper finish. So we're going to have to wait for that model. However, we're going to look at the Vanguard Veterans and how the chapter approved has influenced my loadout, and as well as how I'm looking to use them in the tournaments that I'll hopefully be doing this year. So without further ado, let's look at those models and talk about them in more detail.
Right then guys, let's have a look at this showcase. So we've got my Vanguard Veterans. Really happy with the turnout of the paint. Some of you might comment otherwise, but overall just really happy. As we look at the models, we have got them equipped with two models with the lightning claws, the two models on the right with the storm shields and thunder hammers, and the sergeant with the relic blade and a grav pistol. Now you might be thinking, why did I equip them with this weapon loadout? Well, I was very conflicted, especially when I chapter approved hit the floor, and obviously storm shields took a massive drop down to just 2 points for non-characters. The relic blade dropped by 12 points from 21 points to just 9 points. Lightning claws, they stay the same, but just a huge drop, and obviously that made it very difficult to make this decision. Now some people might say you need to be a master of one thing. You can't just, those four thunder hammers aren't just going to hit every time, and I completely agree with that. But at the same time, I don't want to be bogged down by one wound models where I can't make use of that free damage every time. So for the four just veterans, I went with the lightning claws and thunder hammer. I'm not worried too much about the lightning claws going against vehicles, because what am I doing? Maximum I'm going to be hitting on while wounded on thighs, and I'm going to be re-rolling. And I also get an extra attack for the lightning claws, so yeah, that's worth it. In my opinion, that's why I chose as lightning claws. I have my chapter tactic as salamanders to reroll to hit and to reroll to wound. So that helps out with the thunder hammers, especially since I'll be hitting on a 4+. On my sergeant, the red blade, just a huge point drop. I just couldn't say no to it. It's a strength 6 weapon, -3 D3 wounds. I just didn't want to have no firepower, so that's why I went with the grav pistol. So get into that shooting phase in that round of combat, fire off that pistol. If it's 3+ armor save, I'm going to be doing D3 wounds. So in that respect, it's worth it. And so we'll see how they go in tournaments. They'll be a lot more viable than my assault squad. I feel like the weapon loader is better, although I don't have a flamer in it anymore, and I miss flamers. But I'm a salamander player. I love flamers, and these models, I think they could just do a lot more better. Two models with a 3+ invuln, a lot better than the sergeant having a combat shield. And I still don't know how I'll play them on the tabletop. I felt at Vigilus when I played that tournament that deep striking isn't always the best option. I felt sometimes if you had the right distraction unit, just bombing it up the board, these units like the Vanguard Veterans can really do their job if they deep strike in the right time, or just advancing up the board as quick as possible, getting behind the buildings, getting cover. They're definitely a mobile unit that can move up maximum 18 inches a turn. So I'm not going to be too worried about firing pistols or flamers or bolt pistols. I just want to get them up, get them in cover as I go along. So obviously that one unit I'm going to have to get is get my aggressors from a 3-man unit to a 6-man unit to really be effective as that distraction unit, because they do not want 12 flamers getting in their back lines. So it'd be a really good distraction unit. So that's sort of how I'll play them in a tournament. Like I said, really got to look at the armor and face into whether I deep strike them or not. But really happy overall with the paint job for these guys. On the sergeant, I went for the more leaning forward pose to really make him look like he's just about to use his jump pack to blast forward towards the enemy, holding up his sword up high. Just overall really happy with the power weapons and the effect from the paint job I've done them. 2 of the models I just went with, did 2 different effects. I tried to see what it was like on a black base coat, building up with Fire Dragon Bright, Mephiston Red and the Gyro Yellow, and finish off with a glaze of Spirit Stone Red, just to really get that glow. And on the other one I used Ceramite White, and likewise the other paints, but really happy with the effect. So I couldn't be more happy, and that'll be making a much more of an appearance from the rest of my models that I do forthwith. So if you're happy with the models that I'm putting out on the Get Painted series, please continue to like, turn on the notifications, please leave comments. Really do appreciate them and any feedback you guys give me. The next models on my painting table were decided by the Edict Beer Wargamers Unification group. So, find them on Facebook. They're very easy to find. Really good group, and really got a lot of support from them, especially if you're a new YouTuber. And so I put a poll out on a variety of units I had, and those next units, top of the table was the Land Raider Redeemer. So that's currently been base coated, and also a Tech Marine. So yesterday midday they were both neck and neck, so I decided to get them both base coated, and then later on the Land Raider just took off for a few more votes. So hopefully the next time you'll see this video, we'll see a finished Land Raider, and I'm hoping to get that out by next Friday. And we'll look at trying to hopefully in the new year, now work has calmed down from being in a catering retail industry in a big shopping mall, that won't be as stressed and busy trying to get things done. So hopefully a bit more consistency will happen with this channel, and hope you had a good Christmas. Bye bye.